Well, hello, my mad scrappers. I'm back with a little bit of a different kind of video than I usually do. I'm not sure, how to title this. I mean, it's either, a mother's tribute to her daughter that crafts, or a daughter's tribute to a mother who I think saved just about every card I ever made for her. But in going through her stuff, I found all the cards I ever made for Mom. And I've kept them. They've been in a basket here in my office next to me for months. It's easily, 4 or 5 months. I mean, my mother passed June the 29th of last year, June 19th, excuse me. And here we are, and I have them here, and I've been wanting to make this video for a while, and then I can't make myself do it, but I wanted to share this, not so much to say, hey, look at the great things I've made, but more of to show that when we don't think that people keep or cards mean something to them, obviously they do. All these cards, and some of them are not all that, and excuse me, and a slice of bread, but she saved all of them. I mean, I can go back and, like, for example, let me just start in on it. This is a birthday card I made her. I looked at this, oh my gosh, this card is so, I mean, just on the face of it, so 10 years ago. I mean the little gemstones have come unglued except for one. I remember I worked at Arts and Crafts when I made this card, and that is so over 10 years ago, so much to the point that, look, there's your date. It's 12 years old. This was a birthday card for Mom that I made for her, such a long time ago. And she kept it. And it's not all that. It's a super simple card, and she kept it. This is another one. I could tell you. It's how you look at things and they bring back memories. This is another birthday card. I mean, this one is in Spanish. But I remembered that this is, I was working at Alhambra Camera. So this again is closing in on 10 years ago. I'm not sure, give or take somewhere on that. And I was teaching every month. I would do the monthly class for the Heartfelt Creations release, and this is the class that I taught. I mean, I'm sure there's a little gemstone missing there or something, but I remember this collection. I remember making I remember teaching the class, and obviously I saved it. But this is before I started signing and dating my cards. So let that be a lesson to you. But this is a card I made for her. And I remember it brings back not just memories of my mom, but just my life in general. This is another one that I would have made when I worked at Arts and Craft. I remember this class, and this is like a step card, and this is definitely gosh, at least 6 to 7 years old, because this one is for my mom. And I'm sure it was a birthday or a Mother's Day or something, but it was from me and Tatiana. And Tatiana has not lived with me, gosh, since, I think she was still living with me when I first started dating Steve. So that would have been 2016. So, but it could be older. It could be, since. But this is just a little birthday card that I made from both of us. And it was just this cute little step, and then with the little belly band, and it's all paper. And this is, I can tell you, here are the crazy things. I can tell you, this is Kaiser craft paper. It's funny, the things that stay in your head. But she kept this. And I don't even know what I'm going to do with these. This is more recent. This is an Anna Griffin from her collection, and that one's from Steve and me. So do I have a date? And again, see, people, this is why you do it. But this is not that long ago. I remember when this kit came out. So this is probably 2 to 3 years ago that I made her this card. And she had all of these cards tucked in different places, in different drawers and whatnot. I kept coming upon them as we were going through all of her stuff, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Mom. Next is birthday card. I'm sure of it. So, and this is another Anna Griffin. Oh, it's got a little stucky there. So, an easel. Let's see, it's got what's somebody's, okay, there we go. So we unstuckied it. Again, oh, Mother's Day. This is a Mother's Day card. You know, and I let her know that yo te quiero más que lo que te imaginas. And that's in Spanish for I love you more than you can imagine. There we go. Here we, at least I had a date. So this is Mother's Day 2017. But very simple. I mean, and that's the one thing about Anna Griffin's kits is you can make a fabulous looking card, you know, out of just bits and pieces. And she hung on to this card. So it's just really, really, really cool. I mean, it's just going through these. This is something, if you've been with me long enough, you will have seen, I'm sure I did. Look at that. Wait a minute. Okay, that's not me, but let's see who it was. So let's go back. But this is something I did more recently. No. Oh my goodness. You know what this is? This is one I would have made for Sydney because look, Uncle Steve and Tia Mayra. So this would have been for Sydney. So, but I remember doing the tutorial on this. So for those of you who have been with me long enough, this card is no older than 3 years old. This, you know, because I started my channel shortly after the pandemic broke out. So it's missing something here. I can tell because there's some sticky stuff here, but it's a shaker card. It's not Echo Park. Who is, I forget who I want to say this paper is. Maybe it is Echo Park. I'm not sure. But this would have been a card I made for Sydney. Look at that. So again, mom hanging on to cards. You know, a little kid would not have hung on to this. She would have been a kid, you know. She would have been, she's 14 now, so 11, 12, something like that. You know, kids aren't that sentimental at that point. But she saved it. That's mom for you. And now we have Happy Valentine's Day. So who is this? I don't know who made this. It could have been Sydney, so now I'm going to have to find out. But she would have hung on to this. So I don't know if it was Cindy or one of my grandkids. But again, we all hang on to stuff forever. And we have here, is this a Valentine's? I got a little foo-foo here. So this is, I'll say, so this is just a year old. So, this is a Valentine's card. I had to read it. I'm sorry. I wrote it to her in Spanish. I dedicated it to her in Spanish. And my relationship with my mom was difficult towards the end of her illness, you know, and when she started sliding into mental health issues. It was hard, but I mean, I'm sitting here. We spend our time always fighting, and I wrote here, never doubt that I love you. Always know that I'm going to always fight for you, and when I have to, I will fight you. And on this Valentine's Day, know that I love you so much. You know, that's just a card I made for her, and just letting her know, I really did. We spent a lot of time fighting my mom on so many things. It was like, I swear we're, you know, those are things you want, you don't, you know, I don't know if I want to or not remember or forget, but I mean, it's the truth. And mothers and daughters relationships are complicated. And still, there's the card. She saved the card. What do we have here? A blank piece of paper. So I guess I just got tucked in there. Again, I'm sure a Valentine's card. This is another one that anybody who's been with me long enough remembers seeing. When I did the tutorial about this. This is paper I discovered. Oh my gosh, I've had this paper for so long. It's K & Company. Paper that I got when I was still working at Arts and Crafts. This paper is older than dirt. You cannot find it, and I love it. And it's like a vellum. So it's vellum. Oh my gosh, and it's so beautiful. I still have some of it left. But I remember doing this shaker card. Did I date it? I did, 2021. So there you go, guys, 2 years ago. But this is one, it was from Steve and I just put a paper hug. That's what, un abrazo en papel. Cariños, love. So it's, you know, a paper hug, love, Steve and Meyer. So she saved. This woman saved everything. Okay, who sent her this one? Because this isn't about me. But still, let's see whose card this is. This is one's for my sister. This one, so again, mom saved everything. I mean, I should save this and give it back to her. I don't think she, because that would, I think, you know, I think my sister would get a kick out of that she knew that she saved it. So I'm going to put that aside to take it back to her. And this one is, well, here's a Christmas card from, this is from Tatiana and her wife, Brandon. This is from Christmas. This is probably Christmas, not last Christmas, but the year before that they did this. You know, because it's Brandon and Lincoln, the dog, and Sachi. And now they have 2 more dogs. So, but to get them all down together. But this is, they took this picture in some of the, out in the area where they live now. It's such beautiful, but she has that. Okay, this is another one I remember. Again, this is another class I taught. No. Let me not misspeak. This is a class I took from a vendor who used to deal with, this would have been when I was working at This and That. Again, that goes back probably at least this is probably 6 or 7 years, because I was still working at This and That when I first started dating Steve. And I taught this. No, Dre, not taught it. I took this class. Was it either there or it could have been Alhambra Camera? Vesta Myers, I could tell you, the vendor who, you know, used to represent several companies, did this class. I remember it. And all this guys, is just so you know, it's double-sided tape. And I took, you know, fine glitter. I made, you know, little by little, layer by layer, we made this plaid with the different widths of tapes and the different colors of glitter. So, oh, there you go. Look how what it is. 2016. This was the Christmas card of that year. So look at that. 2016 was the year I met Steve. Because I go, okay, everybody that works on the card gets to sign the back of it. So that's my initials. That's Tatiana's, because that's TEF. And then D for Steve, for Dalape. And I still have this stamp. I still keep it. So this is, again, this is the Christmas card I made for that year. And there she still has it. This one, I think, is not... Oh, my goodness. Which one's this one? I don't know if this was Mom's. I thought Mom's was different. This might have been... I know this was the Christmas card I sent out, not last year because I didn't do it. So the year before. Because this is based off of a tutorial I saw that Yana Smakula made. And I did my little bit of a twist on it. So it's Merry Christmas, but I love, that's what I tell. I don't think this is my mom's. I think this was for George and Laura. And my mom snagged the card. Because my sister's not as sentimental. She would, she doesn't hang on to stuff like that. So she hung on to this card. Oh my goodness, Mom. I do love this card. I actually kept a sample of it. I mean, it's one of my favorite cards that I've ever made. It was so much fun. And a lot of piecework. God love you. Spellbinders. Okay, what is this? This is again, okay, this is definitely not us. I'm going to bet you this is a Laura card. So, oh no, this is from Sydney. This is a Valentine's card that Sydney gave my mom. So I'm going to set this aside. And I'm going to make sure that Sydney has that. But look, she saved everything. Oh my goodness. Okay, what do we got here? This is another, so this must have been a birthday. Do I have a date on it? This is 2020. So this would have been her birthday during the pandemic when we couldn't do anything. I remember that was the year my sister turned 50. And I made a socially birthday because I was like, okay, you cannot not save. They were going to go to Paris. I remember that George was going to take her to Paris for her birthday. And they couldn't go because the world shut down in the middle of the pandemic. So I made Paris come to my sister. We got friends together and we did one of those drive-by birthday parties. I mean, I set up, we socially distant, we put food out and everybody's, in separate tables apart. And I remember setting up a photo booth, not a photo booth, but I got a photo op. I really threw out, I had a 12-foot Eiffel Tower I dug out. God only knows where and had it, we mailed it. It was, she was just, but anyway, I don't even know why I got on this subject. So anyway, but this is her card. This would have been her birthday card during the pandemic. Oh, this is a blast. Definitely a blast from the past. This is way back when in my early days of crafting that I did this. This was the shower invitation for Natasha. And this is back when I was doing I was in a photography school too. So this was a combination of, scrapbooking and Photoshop. All of this, I did all of this in Photoshop. So that's my oldest daughter, Natasha, and her husband, Richard. So I did that. I made this card for her. And of course, there's the little, where they were registered at. And of course, Bob saved that too. Because heaven forbid, we should not save everything. I don't even know if I saved it. I probably did, but you know, I did manage to save one of our Steves in my wedding invitation. So I was like, oh my gosh. And that was elaborate. Maybe one of these days I'll drag it up. If anybody's interested, let me know. I'll drag out my insanely elaborate wedding invitation. Okay, another Christmas card. This was another class I think this class was taught by Monica Thomas, and this was when I was working at Hearts and Crafts. Obviously, that doesn't go there because I wouldn't have put it in the middle of the card. So I don't know, maybe would I put it here? Maybe it goes here on the side. I don't know. I don't remember, but this is Anna Griffin. Very simple Anna Griffin. This is, do we have a date on it? Of course not. Do I have a date on the inside? Even less. Okay, so this is probably pre-Steve because, again, that's from Tatiana and me. So, quite a few. This is probably closing in on 10 years old. I made it. I remember this, you know, all of this paper. I still have some of this paper. Okay. Let's see. I'm almost down to the bottom of this basket. What else is in here? Oh, this is another Christmas card. I dated this one. This was Christmas 2018. What is in here? Why is there? Oh, this is the year we took them to see. That was her present. Shen Yung. We took them to see Shen Yung. So I put it in her card, but I remember making this card. I remember this being a group effort. Steve helped me with this. Making this card. This die is Elizabeth Craft, and this is the Tim Holtz poinsettia. The big. So it's the wire, it's not a flat. It's the, oh my God. You guys, I'm talking about the thick ones. That's what this does. I still have it. I have two of them. I have one that's just the poinsettia itself, and then the other one that has the embossing folder for it as well. Love it. This paper is from a Michaels, from a Recollections pack. That I thought was perfect for this. So, but there she go. She saved this card. I don't know what I'm gonna do with these cards. I don't know. What do I do with them now? I'm sure this is, I know, a Laura card. Isn't that cute? She saved this one too. Yep. Mother's Day. George, Laura, and Sydney. So, you know, it's so cute. But again, so mom. So I'm going to set these aside to give back to Laura. Okay, which one's this one? How did she end up with two? How did she end up with two cards other than... Okay, so obviously some of us... Oh, no! This is Christmas... Not last year, the year before. And then that was the year before that. Because then we took see, this was Christmas 2021. Because that was the gift, as we took them to see the Nutcracker. So, we took both moms. So, obviously, I have a tendency of repeating my dies. Ah! I reused a card. I recycled it. But she still, I loved it. I really love this card. I really did. I was really happy how it turned out. And so you can see a little bit better the embossing on it. And had I do it now, I would probably rate, you know, I may have to bring back that die and do something with it just to show, hey, now, you know, with more experience, this is what I would do to zhuzh it up. So I think this, you know, this is a good one to keep because it'll keep me, remind me I want to do that. This is, that was a card given to me, so we'll set that aside. How did that get in there? This was a very foofy card, obviously. I mean, the card was dimensional, so I couldn't get it into an envelope, so I had to make a box for it. And these are all dies by Chloe. So that was the card. Because Mom's favorite color was purple. So I made her this birthday card. This would have been the... What do I have? I didn't even date it. What's wrong with me? So 2021, I think. Probably her birthday in 2021. Because it's already from Steve and I. But I remember finding this paper. This is... Oh, don't shoot me. You'll have to kill me. I can't remember. Where I got what paper, whose this is. I don't know if this is Stemperia. I think it's Stemperia or Stemperia. But this one's from Steve and me. And there she is. She still saved it. And I don't think I ever did anything with this one. So again, this might be one so I can show you because I still have the dies. I think you can actually still find it. It's an older one. You'll have to look for it like on eBay or something like that. But I remember this. You know, it's supposed to be obviously, you know, you open it up, but it's totally a layer, which is why it was in the box instead of you couldn't put it in an envelope. But it's really, really, it's a really cool effect. It's a couple of sets of dies, so this is totally Crafter's Companion, or I think it's Stamps by Chloe. I know as I'm sitting here, opening and zhuzhing it up. Why it's going back in the box. I think I'll keep this card. I really love it. It's now I see things that are purple, and I always think of mom. And I'm like, you know, I see things, and I catch myself doing that so much. You know, I'll see something, you know, and I want to call her or whatever. So, you know, it'll, you know, I'm sure it'll go on for forever and ever. And look, there's that. Remember I told you, oh, there's something missing? There we go. Where's that flower? Let's see. Let me go back in here. It's this card. That's what it is the flower. Came unglued. So hang on a second. Let's fix that. Hang on, my glue is not immediately handy. I had to roll because I was going to go to a crop today, and that did not work out because instead I was decided that I should be a responsible adult. And oh my gosh, I really tore through some stuff that needed to get done. There's a lot of stuff that needs to get done around here, people. And I'm having to try to balance. I'm not doing a very good job of balancing getting that stuff done and doing stuff that I want to do. I'm basically doing what I have to do, not doing what I want to do. Hence the dearth of videos with projects. And for that, I am so sorry. Working on it. But I have made amazing headway with this room. And that makes me very, very happy, which makes the rest happen. And, ooh, I need more. I wonder if, oh my gosh, do I need a glop? Let's see. I'm just going to put a great big glop. There we go. And then just set it. Set it and forget it. Well, not forget it, but I like this card. Remember, this was a class that, you know, I really enjoyed teaching. I love this die, you know, this die set. I don't have it anymore. I don't think I ever had it. I think this was like I used the shot. So I'm sure Laura, who was one of the owners of Alhambra Camera, has it. But I mean, there you go. Anyway, ladies, I just want to come on and just share a bit of my mom with you and some of the memories. And you know, it's been a hard year. Last year was. It's now we're in 2024. But I wanted nothing else to see. You'll be surprised what people are going to find in somebody else's drawers. Your card will turn up somewhere, somehow, some way, because somebody hung on to it, because it meant something to them. So don't doubt what you can do. It's what I keep saying, you know, do not doubt the power of a card. So I'm going to let you guys go, okay? Because if I keep going, I'm going to burst into tears. So I'm going to let you go out and craft, okay? Make something beautiful, all right? And always remember that what you make and what you give brightens someone's day. So go out there and make a difference with your craft, okay? I love you guys. Have a wonderful day or a wonderful evening. And don't forget, we're all a little mad here and sometimes sentimental. So come on, let's all craft the madness together, okay? Love you guys. Bye.